A very, very warm good evening. This is Arnav Chaudhary, and you are live on my YouTube channel, arunfoot. Sorry, I'm a little later. I guess Sundays now. I need to start scheduling things a little later in the evening. I was out watching local football here in Germany. So, welcome back, guys. Let's talk, chat on the latest things that there is to chat about on Indian football. Um, on a day that Hyderabad FC have officially announced that the takeover is through, that they have new owners in the BC Jindal Group, the day after the Durand Cup final, in which in a sensational game, Northeast United Football Club won their first ever trophy. They won 4-3 on penalties against Mohun Bagan after coming back from 2 goals down to 2-2 in the stipulated 90 minutes. So these are all interesting fun facts that there are on that match. Odisha FC's women's team have made it to the group stage of the AFC Women's Champions League in the first ever, which is, of course, a huge achievement for women's football in India. So therefore, a lot of these things are to be chatted about, to be talked about. So yeah, do throw me your questions, do throw me your points, and we will go through the things and discuss it accordingly. And of course, as always, what I like to say is like, share, and subscribe arunfoot here on YouTube. Subscribe it also on my other platforms. Visit arunfoot.com. And and if you think what you're seeing, you're liking, share it with other people. Welcome back, Manolo. Good evening to you. Hi, Anurag. Hope you're doing fine. How big is beating a team like Mohun Bagan at their own turf from 2 goals down? Do you think that will have a positive effect in ISL top six? Will a practical dream to see? I said in my preview video yesterday that for me, it's a huge achievement for Northeast United to go to Kolkata and to first of all win a trophy. To come back from 2 goals down, Mohun Bagan, looked good in the first session, scored their goals. North United equalized within 3 minutes. That's more than just impressive. And top six, ISL, it's something which, again, is something which is read in a different chapter. But I think Northeast United will be somewhere thereabouts. I think there's a lot of teams who are hoping to get into the top six. I think the top six race will be tough this season. So therefore, let's wait and see. But to me, it's a huge achievement for Northeast United to win their first ever trophy, and not just a trophy, but win the Durand Cup, go to Kolkata, and maybe Mohun Bagan also ran out of luck. They won 2 penalty shootouts and lost the final one. I've had some crazy games, three really great knockout encounters, and therefore for Northeast United, a big step and a great step. So as I said, congratulations from my side. Lazinzwala Changte announces Mumbai City FC captain, deserving one. Manolo, yes. As I've said a few times over the last few weeks and months, I think Changte at the moment, Changte is at the moment the best Indian footballer. Rahul Beke no longer is there, who was the captain up to a few months ago. And to me, it puts a little added pressure on Changte, but I think it's not a bad thing to have that kind of pressure. And to me, let's see if it helps him. I hope it does and makes him better. Pevin says, amazing game by Northeast United FC. Love it when the underdogs win. Yeah, Pevin. As I said in my previous video, I would be happy for them because I think, the work that John has been putting on in over 10 years is one thing. But on the other side, of course, also, Mandata Mane coming in last year, they have changed a few things. I think bringing in Ben Ali, let's wait and see what they can do. Manolo has no termination clause in his contract. What is AIFF doing? Have they not learned from Steamer Saga? Manolo, I've also read it. Again, I've not seen the contract with Manolo. I guess that the reporting will be right in the Hindustan Times. So therefore, yeah, you're asking a very, very valid question, how the AIFF could do potentially the same mistake twice. So that's a very disturbing aspect, to me. Yeah, makes no sense. But again, this is how it is. This is what the status is. So let's wait and see what happens in the coming days. Good evening, Mourinho. Why do you think Mobagan lost the match? 40 team building or wrong game reading by coach? Wrong game reading. I wouldn't go that far. Again, it's early in the season. I've said it multiple times over the last few weeks. I feel it's faulty team building because the focus has again been too much on the attack, not proper focus on defense and defensive midfield, and that seems to be hurting. I mean, last season, Mohun Bagan were in a similar state. Yoni Kauko comes in the winter, and again, of course, Habas comes in as well, but that totally changed the picture. So I would say faulty team building. Whoever's been in charge, the same mistake being repeated from last year. Guillermo and Aladian, what a signing for Northeast United, world-class goal for Guillermo. Yeah, Guillermo looks very dangerous. Both these strikers, the Spanish and the Moroccan, look very dangerous. So let's wait and see. I know that a few weeks ago, some of the Northeast United fans were asking why Tomo Juric is not being retained. Maybe this is the answer. Yes, Ranjan, I am a little bit late. Was here on the road here in Germany with some local derby here with FC Remscheid, and was chit-chatting a little with a few people, so sorry for that. So I think Sundays, yes, I will most probably schedule my lives a little later in the coming days. Sir, is Morma actually having a defending problem or the misunderstanding? If they do this type of defending, any team would score 5+ goals, plus more goals, and the AFC teams are quite far better to score. Durand, as I said, I think the structure of the team is not right. Defensive midfield, you need in my opinion, you need a foreigner in there. Alberto and Tom Alderweireld haven't also had the best of tournaments, so that's another factor. Let's see how they settle it in. So for me, they have a defensive problem, I guess, in some sort of form way. So what's happening with PSC? Are those lawyer state bank employees? Mourinho, I was of the opinion that something would come out by yesterday, I thought. Still no final decision. Let's wait and see. They still have time, I guess, about the final judgment. And at the moment, I'd say we just have to wait a little longer to get something out of the PSC. And we can't do more than just wait and watch at the moment for the PFC to give its judgment. Monmagan Supergiant repeating same mistake of not bringing quality foreign defensive midfielder. If ISL clubs can expose Monmagan Supergiant, just think about ACL 2 clubs. Manolo, spot on. I think that will be the concern of Molina. That for him, it's a tricky scenario where I'd say, how are you going to solve this? How are you going to solve this? Because for him, it's not an easy one. I would say that for him, it's a very tricky one. So let's wait and see what happens. Mohun Bagan will be very interesting. Let's see. Let's see. So, let's see. Again, as I said what I said on Mohun Bagan, and I would repeat it again. I bet out for at least 2 weeks. Yeah, another problem growing. A defensive problem, Mohun Bagan. We're not able to get in. The defensive signings didn't happen to Mohun Bagan. Mohammad Subadar missing someone like Vanif. Yeah, I mean, Vanif, you could name others. I can even name Sal Crespo at East Bengal. Ahmed Jahu could be someone of that sort. They're missing a foreign defensive midfielder. Did you saw Bajaj tweet on PSC today? No, Manolo, I haven't. Let me just check once what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. Nothing more to add. Hi, Ishan. Welcome back. Good evening. What do you think about Kodrat's plans? Shambolic defending in school barriers against Lajong. Is he a competent coach for us? And also, what do you think about Mahesh's position when Nanda's in? Ishan, to me, Quadrat is a defensive-minded coach. He has to change his strategy in regard to the players he has. East Bengal has somewhat of a different kind of a problem in regard to getting their defensive midfield and defenders, up to the mark. And Mahesh, what is Mahesh's position? I don't even know. With Nanda in there, with Mehdi Talal in there, with other players in there, what's his position? What's his perfect position? At the moment, I don't know what the perfect position is for Mahesh Naurem in this East Bengal squad. Vishal K made some mistakes yesterday, and fans say he's number one keeper of India. Guys, Manolo, I said that, and I will say this. We have 4, 5, 6 keepers of a certain level, and at international level, to me, Bhupit Singh Sandhu is our best. And again, be it Vishal, be it Pobala Champa, be it Amrinder, Sukhan falls into that mix, and Gurpreet, all of them make the mistakes. New football stadium in Bihar. Yeah, Mayank, that's something which has been built. Again, there are a lot of infrastructure projects happening across India. Let's see what happens. Advantage Mumbai City FC on 13th, given Alberto out and Mumbai City FC mid looking more solid. Manolo, it's the first match for Mumbai City in India of the season in Kolkata against Mohun Bagan. It's going to be an interesting one. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what kind of injuries here and there happen. So is a neighborhood club of Saramshat completely business funded or fans also have a stake? It's a fans run, not fans run, but fans and sympathizers of the club run the club, as is normal in Germany, and business houses, of course, fund the club with sponsorships or with donations or CSR funding. So that's how it runs in Germany. Apuya isn't fitting in that squad according to Mourinho's system. Further, we will see Apuya struggle. MCFC, give him time. I think Apuya is one of the best players we have. Let's see what happens. If you're not the coach of Mohammad Sohail, will you finalize the swap deal of Deepak Tangri to KBC and Pritam to Mohammad Super Chant? Will you leave Deepak Tangri or will you bring a high class and send them back with a huge amount? Rohin, there are 2-3 problems in this. And the Kerala Blasters themselves said, if we're going to release a player, we will either get a replacement for that player, and try to improve the team or at least hold the standard of the team. And for them, it's difficult. Again, the problem here is, for me, the centre-back only issue crops up if we're looking at how Mohun Bagan have built the squad overall. And there is something, in my opinion, was and is missing. I'm not happy with I would say, as someone, the way, so therefore, I wouldn't leave Tangri, to be honest, because again, Tangri can play both in defense and in midfield. Well, Pritam is a out-and-out defender, be it as a centre-back or be it as a right-back. So therefore, yeah, maybe that's the right decision. I don't know. It's difficult to say at this stage. Really hoped Vasasi would make some signings before the window closed. Were disappointed again. Would you say Gawa has a balanced side? Kevin, I think there's something, the foreigners look okay. They've been able to keep Vibhan Mohanan while releasing Jackson. So that's a big thing that you've kept in the end. Pritam Kota, you've kept Homi Pam as well. So let's see. Let's see what can happen. I mean, interesting. Ishan Pandita, we've not even discussed him. He's also still there. How's the Gachibowli Stadium after renovation? Grounds improve. See, Kishore, the Gachibowli development was about spectator amenities. You know, they put in bucket seats. Other things in and around the stadium were improved. And I guess before the Intercontinental Cup, the ground would have been also worked on. But the main work that I have seen in the stadium, in this ground, to me looks like that the focus has been mainly the stands and the infrastructure for fans. So that's, I think, so therefore it will be interesting to see what will happen. And as I said, will be interesting to see. So what's your take on Northeast United FC management? Showcast, I think they've done a good job. First of all, John was able to bring in Manda Tamane, who I rate very, very highly. Who's shown at BFC what he can do, but this is a different challenge, different prospect, because again, your financial capabilities, possibilities are not the same as it was at BFC. BFC had amongst the highest, the biggest funds in Indian football, to develop infrastructure and everything else. So therefore, that's a big difference between BFC and Northeast United. But so far, it looks that Mandar is able to play his magic and try and build something at the club. Not easy, I guess, but trying to build it. So let's wait and see how far they can go. Big win. Big win. So, let's see. Missing the color elaboration, curious area on food and football sports coverage. Akshata, hopefully will return soon. Eagerly waiting. Abhijit, yes, towards the ISL, we'll be doing something. Yesterday, my carton was brilliant, according to Fast Food. How do you see Manda Taman as a possible General Secretary of AIFF? I don't know if Manda would like to do it. He's got a family business to run as well, so I don't know if he's in a position to be able to dedicate his time. I mean, he knows what Indian football runs and what it is. So therefore, someone like Manda, why not, right? Well, those of you who are watching either now live or maybe later on, if you haven't, please, if you like the content, what you're seeing and watching, do leave a like, to leave a share, and if you haven't, to subscribe here to Arun Foot on YouTube, on my other social medias, and this is the arunfoot.com as well. 1,561 followers. Thank you everyone who's following. And so far we have 10 likes on this video. So I think we can do a little better, guys. So let's try and grow the community. I really want to know your take on the Carabasas FC management. They have a really passionate fan base, which they use to their advantage in every way possible. But do they give enough in return to the fans? Kevin, it's a very difficult question to answer, because you would then have to define do they give enough in return to the fans. I think the duty of a management of a club is, and I know fans might not like it, the duty of the management of the club is to ensure that the club, first of all, runs and survives. And in the Indian context, it's about running a club and surviving. Kerala Blasters FC have a set fixed budget. They don't have owners who are spending wildly. So there's a system to how they run. They've brought in someone like Carolus from Europe to run their sporting affairs. They have someone in Thomas Schorsch as their reserve side coach, who is already producing players for the first team. They're selling on players for a lot of money. The club lost a lot of money last year because of Ivan Vukovanovic's walkout of the ISL playoffs. So these are all realities. you know. Um, so that's the difficult job of the Blasters management. And um, for the fans, I understand that now they're the only original franchise not to win a trophy. Odisha FC, Northeast United yesterday fulfilled that as well. So therefore, that's the challenge for me. It'll be interesting to see how Michael Starr does. Team is difficult to say at the moment, but again, you've got some interesting talent in there. So therefore, have they given enough from their perspective? I think from their standpoint, they have, but I understand also the fan perspective and saying, listen, we've not won a trophy. And that's, I think, the challenge for Kerala Blasters with such a huge fan base. And are they using the fan base to their advantage? I don't know. I mean, are they, that's why you would say you would milk the fan in regard to that the fan spends as much money as they can. And in the context, nobody does that. So let's wait and see. Will you stay live till 11:30? Durand, it's now 10:44 in India, 7:14 or 7:15, about 7:15 here in Germany. Yeah, so the next 45 minutes, I should be still online here on this platform. Here's something about Odisha FC's women's players who created history for main round of AFC Women's Champions League. Kishore, Manolo, it is a big achievement for Odisha FC and for their women's team. It's a big achievement for women's football in India, for Indian football as well. But we have to be honest enough on the other side to say that the competition in the women's game is not the same level as it is in the men's game, right? So Indian women are closer to, not closer, maybe they are part of the mid-rung teams in Asia, right? So these are all realities. Great achievement. Odisha FC has to be complimented for the investments that they've made in women's football. I think that's something we were just speaking about Kerala Blasters. You see that Blasters pulled the plug. So therefore, yeah. So Odisha FC, Crispin Chetri doing a great job. Used to be, of course, with Setu FC himself, a former professional football player. So Crispin doing some great work, and therefore they reached the next round. Sir, it is very disappointing to see that scouting and backroom staff of some clubs don't even think of team balance while selecting foreigners. Most teams are either defenders or attacker heavy. Yeah, Ishan, that's a good observation. It's a disturbing one, but it's a good observation that most teams seem to have a problem in how they build their squads, because they have either, gone out of the way and tried to bring in attackers, while the others have brought in more defenders or defensive-minded people. And I think the balance is the challenge. I always say is that ideally 2 defenders, 1 defensive midfielder, and 3 attacking players. That would be sort of my, I wouldn't say perfect combination, but the best combination that I can feel that you can do with 6 foreigners, and then you try and find the best combo out of the 6 foreigners, and that's the challenge. So therefore, not easy. I would certainly say not easy, but I think I see a lot of teams being rather top heavy than being defense heavy, but that's something which is a challenge, and therefore also, what's your foreign spine? What's your Indian talent that is available at the back in midfield and attack? It's a challenge in itself. So therefore, I'd say Ishan, could be a thing, or sometimes maybe even the players that are available. Do you think Mumbai City foreign signings are for long-term seasons? MCFC extras, one is never sure. If you look at the summer, it was clear that Joel Funny will stay. He had a 2-year contract. The rest of the foreigners were supposedly gone. Then Tiri decided to extend and stay. Then Kroma decided to extend and stay. And then the 3 other attacking players, I know, so Nikolaus, Jeremy, and Jon. So therefore, let's see. I would hope that these players, let's see what happens. I think women teams are more confident than men, especially Kyari Sara, Jennifer Face's match against Jordanian club. Kishore, are they more confident or not? Again, as I said, our standard is higher in the women's game. Did you follow the Durand Cup in particular that impressed you? Ishan, I was just watching the highlights. So for me to make a judgment of which player impressed me. Again, to me also the Durand Cup is a pre-season tournament. So who impresses me or doesn't, don't know. Chennai lose to 9-man U20 Justicia. That's a shame. Yeah, I mean, fast food, I don't think it's a shame. I think that's the reality of where we stand compared to a team from Argentina. I think that's the challenge, right? For us to be there, I think what was more, in my opinion, more embarrassing than the loss was rather the behavior after the game, that they picked up a fight with these kids, right? So, yeah, that's more embarrassing. And now we have on the third 2 semifinals, FC Goa against Defensa Justicia, and Odisha FC versus Brisbane Roar. So let's see who will play the final on the 6th. So this is the other preseason tournament moving around. Keep calm and trust Don Vinay Chopra, Mohan Bagan Super Giant fans. Shomo, yeah, but again, the question needs to be asked, is the team really settled, and is the team really the team that you want and that you need to be able to play in ACL2? I think that's one of the questions that people will have, because in my opinion, last season as well, Mohun Bagan were top heavy. News coming out, new foreign player in Mohun Super Giant is going to sign, and they might unregister Tom Eldred. That's news to me. And if they were willing to sign a new player, that foreign player would have to be a free agent. You can't just sign XYZ player because the transfer window is now closed. But let's wait and see. Alberto is now injured. I don't know if it makes sense to unregister Tom Eldred and bring someone new in. I don't know if Mohun Bagan has 2 Indian centre-backs to really play, or even 3 centre-backs to play that the way they want to play. Someone on Twitter posted that most players of UCCL play in 5th, 6th division of Argentina. Ishan, some play for the B team, which plays lower level football over there. And on the other side, some of them play in the under 19s, under 18s. So these are young Argentinian footballers. Again, this is a level a few years ago. Enzo Fernandez, who's now, of course, a Chelsea player and a FIFA World Cup winner, was playing. So therefore, and that's what I'm saying when I say Indian players will have it tough to come and join FC Remscheid here in the 6th year of German football. If they're struggling against these boys playing at that level in Argentina, that to me then also shows me something, right? That we have a issue in standard, right? And therefore that's a challenge. And let's wait and see. That's a challenge we need to improve. And the ones playing in the tournament. Yes, Ishan, that was clear to me that we're talking about the CCR players who are currently playing in the Bandodkar Trophy, as it's called, not Bandodkar Cup, but Bandodkar Trophy. And therefore, let's see. As I said, semi-finals finalized. FC Goa versus Defensa Justicia as the first semi-final, and the second semi-final would be between Odisha FC and Brisbane Roar. So interesting, Odisha FC facing another Aussie side after facing Central Coast Mariners in the AFC Cup earlier this year. So interesting to see how they do. So these are realities. So was the U17 World Cup batch the best one you've seen? Ishan, I think the level of exposure that the kids got is surely the best. Was it the best? I don't know. I've got a fascination for the 2002 India under 16, under 19 squad, especially under 16s. So therefore, were they better? Were they not better? Difficult to say in my opinion, but they played quality football. So Manolo first training pics are out. CKL now. Yeah. They've got one more day tomorrow, and then on Tuesday they have to face Mauritius. And that will be a real test. For India, it will be first test under the new manager, under the new head, not manager, under the new head coach. For Manolo, a huge challenge. And let's wait and see. I said, not expecting too much. I just want to see the boys try and play, fight, and let's see what happens. Difficult, I know, difficult, but still, I'd say doable. So, let's wait and see what happens. Will not be an easy one for them. Omar Kibrin, the Tasman striker, has not been included in serious squad. He scored the winner against Indian Nation Cup. Yeah, one of the players missing. Win or loss, let's hope that there will be no excuses of short camp, preseason, etc. Ishan, I hope so. I hope that there is no excuse. I mean, that's a fact. 2 days, not a lot. But it's a challenge. It's a challenge for the team. So let's wait and see what they can do. But it's not going to be easy. And we'll have to wait and see what the new India team under Malolo is able to play in the Intercontinental Cup, which is coming up, of course, next week in Hyderabad. Hi, Sanskar. I am fine. Feeling a little hot here. It was 30 degrees today, daytime in Germany, so feeling a little hot, but otherwise doing fine. And of course, we're discussing Indian football tonight. Which PSC 6 foreign player? I don't know about him. Tell me about him. Who was the 6th PSC foreigner? Was it Vidal? No, it wasn't Vidal, right? Who was the 6th? Let me see. Before I tell you something wrong, what was the 6th foreigner's name? If I'm right, it's Azmir Suljic. Yeah, experienced player who's played mainly he's born in Srebrenica, played in Bosnia, played in Hungary, played in Slovenia, played in Poland, played in Israel, Hungary, and Kazakhstan, and now potentially joins from Velez Mostar. So that was the last one. So Kian, Putea and Sana in the squad. On a lighter note, looks like you picked the squad well deserved though. No, it's deserved. I mean, Putea, I've been saying this for a while. I think he deserves a call up. Sana, to me, we don't have too many options at centre back, and Kian is to me one of the most talented players we have. So I hope Kian takes the next steps at Chennai, and I think Manolo wants to have a look at him at international football. So let's wait and see. Hi Deepak, doesn't recent time in German player report for any ASA club to play in ASA, Indian clubs to play in ASA? Deepak, yeah, there were some talks I think in the summer, but none of the players agreed to come to India. Which players should be included must in Indian football after this Durand Cup? Durand, as I've said, I haven't watched any matches live. I've just seen highlights. So therefore, for me to comment is a little difficult. And I said beforehand, right? It's Manolo has a set pool to pick from, and not made easier in any way. But he'll have to see who he has called up, if those players are capable, if he has to, consider other players. Will be interesting to see. Which position does 6'1" player play for PFC? He's a winger. He's an attacking winger. Asmir Zuljic. That's the name of the player, Sanskar. All right. More than 35 minutes. Those of you who might be new to the channel, if you haven't, do leave a like to this video if you think it's good. Share if you want to share it amongst family and friends or people who might be interested to join our nearly daily evening discussions. And if you think it's good, do leave a subscribe as well. 1,561 followers of the channel, and of course, as said, with the likes, how many do we have so far today? 14. Yeah, so we could get a few more, and I would be grateful to you. So let's grow the community as always, and thank you for your support. So any good attacking midfielders other than Thapa, Sahal, and Brandon? But I think if I look at fast forward. At the moment, difficult to say to add anyone into that list. I think those are the biggest ones. In the worst case, you can push Apuya into an attacking position, but that's it at the moment. Why is T-Much not updated his Insta bio? It's still written head coach Indian football team. Manolo, ask him. I don't know. When the derby is Mohan Bagan Super Giants in the cup, both teams will play main team or B team? In UP, I think they'll play a reserve team. So are you following the news of Hyderabad signing a lot of players on deadline day? Ishan, again, Hyderabad wants to sign a lot of players, but have they signed any of those players? Because I have not heard anything that the FIFA ban has been removed. Excluding Marcus, Ashish Negi, Liman Saka, Ashwati, which waters who post about the football club football news, Indian club football news. Deepak, do a little digging. Sorry, just not anyone not coming to mind at the moment, but do a little digging. You'll find a few people out there on top of the ones you've mentioned. Jayesh Rane, good attacking midfielder. For Mumbai City, has done well last season, especially in the playoffs. I thought he was excellent. Great play from Jayesh. But is Jayesh really India material? I don't know. At the moment, he's played, of course, for India in the past, but at the moment, I think he would have to play regularly in a full season. And I think for Jayesh, it's going to be a challenge with Brandon coming in, with the others already there, and I don't think it'll be an easy season for Jayesh Rane to be playing regularly at Mumbai City FC. I think he's still going to be a shortcut player. And that will be the challenge for Jayesh to become a regular player as such. Right. Yeah, throw me questions. Nearly 40 minutes gone. If you have any questions on Indian football in general or any of the topics that we see here above. I said Hyderabad FC has been saved. Durand Cup final. Northeast United are new champions of the Durand Cup, first ever trophy for them. And the Odisha FC Women's team make history by qualifying for the group stages of the AFC Women's Champions League, for the inaugural edition for the AFC Women's Champions League, one has to say. So that's great AWCL qualification, group stage, big thing for Crispin Chetri and his girls. So therefore, let's see. So who do you see starting a striker on Tuesday? Ishan, that's a good question. I've been thinking about that. I've not come up with a name, to be honest, but I want to see who's in the final squad. Could it be Changte as a false nine? Could it be Manvi Singh, who's played under Igor? Or maybe someone else? I'm not sure. The options aren't there, so let's wait and see. Liverpool beat Manchester United 3-0. What's your view on this? I've not seen the match. I've been alerted about the result. That's a harsh one for United at home. Huh? United have ambitions, but yeah, it seems tough for them this season. Super Cup run parallel ISL. Uday, I have not heard anything so far. So there's no clarity um, on the status of the Super Cup. Is the Federation Cup being revived? I have no clue. Your backline for first match. Manolo, relatively simple. Got Shubhashish on the left, on the right Nikhil, and most probably Sana and Rahul Beke at the heart of defense. Is Vikram fully fit? If yes, I think he should have been picked. Ishan, at the time when Manolo was announcing his squad, he wasn't fit. At the moment, I'm not 100% sure if he's fully fit, but he should be ready for the 13th. Do you see in future any club from I-League will struggle to pass with answer and compete with established IF clubs in terms of money? If yes, what financial backing the club should have? Deepak, if you don't fulfill a certain set criteria, you will not be allowed to play ISL, and financial issues are there, right? Financial issues are there for. What's your view on Northeast United FC beat 5-star Mohammad Superjan in the home? I was not there. Please tell. Sanskar, I only watched the highlights. It looked like to me, to me it looked like Monbagan were cruising. Northeast United scored 2. And then, of course, shootout. You have to have luck. Monbagan had luck on the first 2 shootouts. This time they didn't have the luck. Therefore, you see that Northeast United in the end could meet 2 saves versus Liston versus Subhashish. Yeah, that's the story. And those of you who haven't, you can, of course, go to my channel here and have a look. I've posted a video on the final and other other content as well. So if you want to have a look, go through it, enjoy. As I say, I've got Northeast United winning lifting the Durand Cup preview yesterday. Before that, 10 years of Mumbai City FC, which is a little of a personal thing. Sadly, not many people have watched it. So if you haven't, do watch it or share it amongst friends, as the Islanders complete 10 years. The final speculation regard to Hyderabad takeover, India's disaster in the SAF U20 Championship, opening of the ISL, Manu, Neuer, and Erika Gundogan retiring for Germany. So there's a lot of short videos if you want to watch it. Do watch it and enjoy. And yeah, and as I say, like, share, and subscribe. Let's grow the community. Let's get more people involved, and let's try and take things forward. And as always, thank you for those of you who have been following and supporting for a while. So thanks a lot, guys. So do you like Holland, like players, or are you a purist? Ishan, why would I be a purist if I don't like Holland? Because I think Holland is a special phenomenon. Because yes, of course, he comes with brute force on one side, but on the other side, he's technically very, very good. So from that perspective, I think Holland is misrepresented, misunderstood. So therefore, I think I like Erling Haaland. Yermo looks like the perfect replacement of Tommy Juric, or even better, maybe the best of in this season. Let's see. Fast food. Because it's just been the Durand Cup so far. So let's wait and see. Let him play ISL. We'll see. Do you think Manolo will bench Anwar? Manolo, to me, though, Anwar hasn't trained properly, has not played any matches. This whole case is still pending. I don't know when the result will come out. Yeah, I don't think it's the right time to discuss about Anwar playing. So that would be. Is Anwar Ali legally allowed to play? My understanding it is. I don't know. Some people say something else, but to me, he is allowed to play. Mohanbagan Super Giant concedes 7 goals in 3 matches with 2 forwards. What's your view on this? Is it wake-up call or chill? This is preseason. Sanskar, it's somewhere in between. Because it is on one side surely a wake-up call to the Mohanbagan management. Saying, okay, the defense is not settled yet. It's not only just the 2 centre-backs, I say the other centre-backs, the wingers, the defensive midfield shape. The whole thing is not set. So therefore, for me, and again, yes, it is preseason, but I think Mohun Bagan will be in some sort of form where I think Mohun Bagan will be a little bit worried. In the sense, he isn't easy on the eye. It's more effective than stylish. Yeah. Hi Murali, which is more tough, Syria, Mauritius. I don't know who is tougher because both these tests are going to be different. Syria is a known quantity. We know the physical aspect of the Syrian game. But on the other side, Mauritius is something which we don't know. We've never played something like that, so therefore it'll be interesting to see. Anwar ball playing ability is decreasing. The unknown, fitness issues, hasn't played much. Let's see. How do you see Odisha qualify AFC? Will they cope up with the quality of opponent? With some they will, with some they won't. Right? If they're playing the Japanese. I think Urawa Reds ladies too strong. They won't be able to compete. So these are realities. Sorry, these are realities of where let's see. Molina still I feel downgrade to Havas. What's your view on him? I think Sanskar, two different coaches, two different approaches. Molina was over 3 years technical director of the Spanish FA. So therefore he knows the stuff. And if we, let's judge him at the end of the season. Let's judge him in March, April. Then we can judge him. Are you disappointed with Indian football over the years? Yeah, Murali. We've not achieved what I thought we could. Yeah, so that's why, I think Odisha FC's signings have somewhat skipped under the radar. Rohit Kumar and two solid signings, in my opinion. Yeah. Odisha have made some interesting signings, and let's wait and see what happens. Rahim Ali, sorry, not Ali. Yeah, okay. I was. Yep, I agree. Good signings, but the question is, how do they fit into the coach's plans? The foreigners are the key. They've we're able to keep 5 out of 6 and bring in Hugo Boomers. So very, very good. Odisha FC Women Club competition point ranking. I wouldn't know that, Uday, at the moment. I guess it'll be updated once the Women's Champions League is over. If we have like Aspire Academy campus issue level player or still individual quality matters? Morally, first of all, we will never recreate Aspire. So therefore, the rest of the question is irrelevant. Because again, as I said multiple times in the last few days, Aspire is a one in the world wonder when it comes to sporting infrastructure, into sporting excellence. And we are not even close to building something like Aspire. And for us, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Right. As I said, let's keep on growing. For me, more I ask the right question, I find it's very difficult to answer, because there is no one path to success. There are different paths to success. And for Indian football to be successful, we have to do a lot of things, a lot of different things, right? To be successful, right? There are aspects we can take from Aspire. There are aspects which we should look at what the Japanese do. South Koreans, even what the Chinese have done and hasn't worked. If we look at what Germany has done with its plans, and England have changed a lot over the last 20 years. Not 20 years, but last 15 years in regard to how they handle youth players. Spain is a different thing. Argentina is a different thing. Brazil is a different thing. We're not even coming to talk about the Africans or what, for example, a country like Canada is doing well. So therefore, a lot of different things that we need to do differently. The kind of form we are, I'm scared whether we're going to lose heavily against Syria or Mauritius because of it. Or I don't know. That's what I'm saying, right? I want the team to fight. I want the team to play their best. And the rest we'll see. Mone, I will not blame the boys. My wrong decisions has cost the game for us. It's completely my fault. It's too much empowerment. Yeah. I mean, that shows the difference, right? Molina was the technical director of the Spanish Football Association. You know, the RFEF technical director was Molina, right? So therefore, different class. Prediction for India intercontinental. A bunch of, as I said, I don't have a clue. To be very honest, I don't have a clue where India at the moment stands, but India could go. Yeah, I honestly don't know, because it is so difficult to judge that, because India under Manolo is starting afresh. So let's wait and see what they do on Tuesday. Let's see what they do then afterwards against Syria, and we can have a conversation. If India team plays from Europe third division with good exposure of funds issue, it would be theoretically good exposure, but yeah, funds of course are an issue. What is the reason AIFF doesn't want to develop Indian football? Again, generalization. I think there are people within the AIFF who want to develop football, but it's not so easy. That's also reality. Ishan says, why don't you do commentary now? I've watched highlights of a few games where you were on comms with late Odisha. Thanks, Ishan. It's not on me. I don't proactively go to channels and say, listen, I want to be a commentator or an expert or this or that or whatever. You know, if the headhunters are in the market and think that I could be a good commentator for India matches or ISL or I-League or whatever, they're more than welcome to get in touch with me. I would surely listen to it and consider. When will we play the Vietnam one? Fast Food will play Vietnam in October. Indonesia also faced similar game, but right now they leaped giant progress. Indonesia, Murali, had other issues and problems. They've solved the problems. They have the right leadership, and therefore they're progressing. It was a surprise to me that Jose Mourinho was such an elite footballer. He played for Real Madrid a few games for Spain. Yeah, he is not given the due that one should give him. I mean, if I look at his pedigree, with all due respect, but probably he has the highest pedigree of all the coaches in the ISL, right? What to expect from the team in Intercontinental Cup? AY7 football to me, as I've said now multiple times, I just want the team try and play and fight. Are we going to be good enough to win? I don't know. I honestly don't. This team is a puzzle. This team is a mystery, and I don't know what to expect from the team. That's the current reality that I feel is there. You know, this team certainly has potential, but it will miss, amongst others, Sunil, might miss some others as well. So let's see. Right now, we have to focus on foundation, forget about the quality of player and winning player. Murali, yeah, you can, but you have to focus on the foundation and you have to focus on your top level as well. Indonesia changed because they allow the diaspora to play and the association take action. Manjot, that's one of the reasons, but they've also been working to transform Indonesian football. Indonesian football craziness is on different level. Hope that Jose Mourinho's experience as a goalkeeper also helps improve visual kids that he admits areas. Ishan, yeah, you have a point. Mauritius played decent. That's my expectations against Syria and tried to win against Mauritius. Yeah, could be. We play Mauritius first, and yes, a win would be something that I wouldn't expect, but I would hope. but I'm not sure how good we are at the moment to be able to beat a team of the quality of Syria. So that's also a reality, right? At the moment, that where do we start? Where do we actually factually reality stand? That's a difficult one in my opinion, and there is no simple, straightforward answer to that, right? That's the challenge. Can we go in there and beat a team like Syria? I don't know. I honestly don't know, and that's the scary part, right? For an Indian football fan, that we talk about things and say, something, we'll surely be able to do, but I don't know what's going to happen. I think number 9 position is going to be the biggest headache for us. Yeah, and no, because I think overall, what is Mauro going to try and do something new, going to try something different, or will he, make some changes here and there and then try to keep the team? Implementation is lacking composure to other countries. Implementation is lacking compared to other countries. Yeah. It's the start of a new year of sorts with the new coach and striker, captain. And so we start on positive note. Ishan, that's the thing, no? Do you think Syria given headache to top teams like Australia, Iran? Yeah, they have been, no? Australia have been their biggest foes in the last few years, and they've given the Aussies quite a bit of headaches, right, over the years. So, yeah, that's a reality for these kind of teams, huh? That's the real challenge, I guess, for Syria, is to perform on a day in, day out basis. I mean, that's the challenge, right? Right, nearly an hour. Oh, didn't realize, huh? Nearly an hour I've been speaking again. Sorry, I started late today because again I was out, and I think on Sundays it started later. But again, thanks for coming back as always. Or if you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. 1,562 subscribers. Thank you guys. And we have how many likes in the video? 18. Yeah, I think we can do it better for that. So thanks a lot, guys, so far. How will Syria play, physical or technical? I think both. They have technical abilities, but they also have a physical side to the game, and I think they play both. So do scouts of European clubs watch AFC Asian Cup and AFC Champions League? Yes. Surely. There are scouts who are watching these tournaments, these competitions. Yeah. And then sometimes they make some recommendations. So that's how, I mean, for example, Shuboto Pal caught the eye of a Red Bull scout, and therefore he spent 2 weeks in Leipzig. So yeah, that's reality. Out of topic questions here. Germany Sunday is a silent day. Yeah, Germany is a rather a silent day here in Germany. So yeah, it's something which is very peculiar to some people, but it's very, shops are closed and everything. So therefore, that's something which is a reality. Yeah, that's something which exists over here and has been a normal thing for, I don't know, decades most probably. That Sunday is rather the calm, quiet day. So yeah, that's it. Randy Singh also had a fun stint at the end of his career, right? Yes, Ishan, Randy went to train with CSK Sofia in Bulgaria. I actually visited him at the time, spent a weekend with him, and was a little too old, too late. I would have liked to have seen Randy in his prime go abroad, because special talent, in my opinion. Might be wrong, but in my opinion, Randy was and is a special talent. So therefore, could have maybe achieved a little bit more here and there, but didn't. So therefore, that's the reality of Randy and his career. But yeah, great what he's achieved over the years. Nothing bad to say on that. Syria grown significantly despite their country's condition, but didn't grow. Is it lack of will? Murali, I don't know if it's a lack of will, it's a lack of wisdom, lack of knowledge, lack of I don't know what. It's just we haven't developed, the others have. And we've gone through different models I actually watched the 420 grams they did with Baichung, and where there's no point for Baichung to say, you know what, again, of course, as he's pointing out to Kalyan, a bad administrator, it's like, yeah, but does it mean that ex-professionals are going to be better administrators than others? PT Usha might be another example. Yeah, these are relatives. Yeah, I watched Baichung's interview. I'm just, as I said, Ishan, I just spoke about it, and I was not impressed with Bai, to be very honest. Again, um, yeah, that's the reality. What's this team miss compared to 2011 AFC team? What did we miss? I'm just thinking, trying to. Oh, I think to some extent, the intent at the moment is, to me, looks a little lacking, missing. Sometimes maybe even the quality that could come off the bench. Soon gone. Who's the real leader? That's another question. So they are, a lot of these things which are there in the room where you're saying, okay, a lot of potential, but are they really doing the right things to get the best out of that potential? And I think the current team is missing a lot. So therefore, I wish Manolo can sort of sort things out and improve things, because, yeah, that's going to be the challenge, right? That's going to be the defining moment, I would say. Is there any conflict related to Indian Premier team playing in I-League? Ishan, nothing. The RG show. What's your thoughts about Manveer and number 9 position in your opinion? I think Manveer is one of the few options we have. He's originally a natural striker, one has to say. The others are all false number 9s. So therefore, it'll be interesting to see what the coach does. Do you think we are missing players like JJ, cannot produce another player like him, or our talent pool limited? Listen, only our talent pool is limited, and we do not produce a certain level of players. If it is a JJ, using Lingdo, again, doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. We're absolutely clueless against Syria and Asian Cup. They were better than us in LA, so we don't know what to expect from a match. Yeah, Fasud, that's a very good observation and reality, and makes me very worried when I think about us playing Syria. Right, Syria is a good Asian side, and we have to now prove that we're better than them. Right, so that's not easy. Right. We're absolutely clueless in Syria and Asian Cup. They are better than us in every aspect. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from Morocco match. Yeah, fast food, as I said, difficult to judge, and yeah. Where do we really stand? Where do we really stand? I think that would be the first test. Out of topic question, you said in Jameson is silent day. If there are any comments, share what they will do. Wait for Monday. If you don't have the stuff, you wait for Monday, or you go to a petrol pump and pay higher prices. Yeah, that's what it is in Germany. Quite hot and humid over here, so therefore I'm drinking quite a bit of water. Guys, as I said, like, share, and subscribe. Over an hour already to show. If you haven't, please do. Did a video on Northeast United winning and lifting the Durand Cup. Again, also here publicly, my congratulations to Mother Tamane, especially, and to John Abram. Great to see you guys do what you've done. So therefore that's something which is quite a big success story. So therefore, congratulations from my side to you guys. Syria will be a huge test if we beat them. It is huge. Murali, winning both or winning one of two matches is going to be good for us. Syria is a decent team at Asian level, but again, Intercontinental Cup is not Asian Cup. That's the serious Intercontinental Cup, or last year Kings Cup, Merdeka Cup. All of them are fun to play, but they're friendly tournaments. How do you rate Urawa Red versus Al Hilal? Two of the best sides in the continent. Huh? That's that's also reality. You know? When we talk about how good a team happens to be or not to be, right? That's always a question. Right. Any more question, guys, or do we slowly come to an end of this Sunday late night live? I realize Sunday 9:45 will be difficult. Therefore, yeah, I'll have to see how we factor um, factor those things in, right? So therefore, that's not an easy one. But 1 second. Syria, right? How do you think Syria sent the reserve team? 1 second. Let me see if Syria's put out their coach. No, they've still not put their coach in. I have to check once I know they will. No, so I don't see who Syria has sent or not sent. So therefore, I have to just check later on and get back in regard to how good the Syrians will be. But again, Syria A, Syria B doesn't matter to me. I think Syria would be, for our standards that we have at the moment, a difficult nut to crack. That's the reality, and it'll be a tough game for us. Right. Checking again. Any more questions, guys, or slowly then? Otherwise, I would come to an end. Okay. Curious questions. Who will pay the hotel accommodation? Will it be India, Syria, Mauritius? The host organize these kind of things, Murali. So all costs involved is India. Even though there are 3 big clubs, no good players come from Bengal like before. What could be the problem? The RG show, very simply saying, the focus of of the big 3 is to win trophies. So their focus is not on developing talent, and the others are trying to do their bits and pieces here and there. But yeah, we have overage players, this, that, everything. Bengal has a lot of issues. The league is too big, top tier, not competitive enough. So that's also delusion. Any fond memories of India and Germany? Already tons of them. But again, this is not the show to speak about it. Right. I'm slowly coming to an end because it seems to be a little quieter today than it has been in the recent past. Therefore, slowly getting to the end of the show. All right. Every team in Asia are going towards diaspora except India, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan. Good, many will include more. Yeah, Panjab, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, you mentioned. Even Nepal is looking at players. Let's see. Yeah. Did any country in the past have as issue in mega event? Nah. That's all pre-decided, no? You have what a list of hotels and you post them, and then they either say, listen, we're available or not, and then knockouts, there are fixed hotels, and then let's see. Any news about OCI players? The RG show, as long as nothing changes, there is no news. Onus is on the government of India. The government of India is not bothered at the moment. So therefore, we can discuss this for the next, I don't know, month, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's not going to end. And therefore, that's in my opinion, the biggest problem at the moment. That yeah, we're not getting anywhere with these kind of issues, with these kind of problems. And OCI's POs, when are they going to play? I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. Odisha are going to face tough challenge in AFC. Yes, the Odisha FC women's team is going to face very, very tough opposition in AFC Women's Champions League. That's the right way to call it. Therefore, that's a challenge, and interesting to see. As I said, interesting to see what happens. If they can do something or not, but very tough on everyone. Right. I guess I have answered all your questions for the day. Not too many, but less than usual. So therefore, slowly coming to an end. So which club in Asia will rank top 5? Well, I don't follow Asian club football that much that I would be able to rank you to top 5 clubs in Asia. So I slowly come to an end today. I wanted to thank everyone for joining in. As always, as I say, like, share, and subscribe here on Arun Foot on my other social medias. Subscribe to this channel here, 1,563 followers. Thank you, or subscribers, sorry. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's keep on growing the community, and I will be back tomorrow with another show, and tomorrow we'll talk about India versus Mauritius on Tuesday in the Intercontinental Cup and general preparations. Hyderabad, maybe the final look back at Durand, and let's see. All right. Good night, fast food. Good night, Banjab. Good night to the others as well. And as I said, I'll be back tomorrow with another live show. Good night.